Good evening. Welcome to another exciting edition of So Into Bourbon. Charlie, we have something special in front of us tonight. Tell them what it is.
Tonight we have the 2023 release of the Envy Cask Strength Bourbon.
I can't wait to try this.
Let's go!
Okay, Charlie, so what we have before us is the 2023 release of Envy Cask Strength.
That's
this
right.
This is one of your favorites, isn't it? You look forward to this every year.
I do look forward to it. This is the one, and before you hate mail me and save your hatred of Envy and all this, I like the Cask Strength release. I love it. And if you follow us on Instagram or Facebook, I lined up all my Envy releases. I have every one of them except for 2012, that was the first release. So this is the 12th release in the series, but the first release under new master distiller, Owen Martin. So Envy was founded by Lincoln Henderson and his son Wes. The Hendersons, as of September of 2022, are no longer involved with Envy.
And Lincoln passed away, didn't he?
Lincoln did pass away, yes, in 2013. But Wes and his sons were a mainstay. Obviously, were running day-to-day operations and things like that. They are no longer involved. So kind of a new era for Envy, owned by the Bacardi Corporation.
So I'm sure we're not the only ones who are curious to see, does this remain consistent with the previous releases? And
with big changes like that, you never know, right? Like, we'll see. But Owen Martin, the new master distiller, another interesting side note, Envy hasn't had a named master distiller since Lincoln Henderson's passing. So he is the second master distiller at Envy, and he came from Stranahan's whiskey, where he has extensive training in finished products, which is important for Envy.
Very important.
Undisclosed mash bill. This is Envy, finished in port wine barrels. They say on the website is the 12th release from the series, the first under Owen Martin. It is a blend of 5 to 9 year old bourbon, and it comes in at 118.2 proof.
18. That's usually about where these come in.
Somewhere in there, yeah. Somewhere in the high teens.
Beautiful color. Yeah, I love that color.
That deep kind of almost a red hue to
Reddish, almost a purple.
Boy, it moves around kind of viscous, almost like a syrup. Like it doesn't swirl around.
Doesn't really cling to the glass, does it?
Not a ton. I'm getting a little bit there now that's kind of coating it.
Got a great nose.
It does.
No ethanol at all.
I don't get any ethanol.
I don't feel like it's not as potent as last year's.
I don't remember. Yeah, it's a little
musty.
It's not as. It doesn't have that. I think you said something about like that kind of dried grape,
musty
almost
grape.
like musty grape, musty wine.
There's a little bit of that there, but not
just a bit. This has more. There's more of like almost a brown sugar kind of nose to it. I get like a sweet burnt sugar.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of the ethanol, but
not getting much. Let's see what it tastes like.
Let's try it.
Good God,
man. You talk about viscosity and brown sugar.
Freaking.
Wow. That's beautiful.
Man.
That's almost like a brown sugar syrup.
First of all, you don't drink this. It invades your mouth cavity. Like it is so
Bring that one up.
YouTube short. Stay tuned. Like, dude, that is wild.
That's.
I mean, it just. Oh my God.
I don't know if I've ever had anything like this.
I'm drinking again.
I'm still processing.
I don't even really know where to start. Envy was the first that finished bourbons, like for all intent and purposes. And they took a lot of crap 12 years ago because, oh, it's not bourbon. Oh, you can't do that. Oh, you can't add stuff to it. But Lincoln's thing was, we're not making bad whiskey better. We're adding and we're giving flavor to already good bourbon. Man, that's a unbelievable pour.
It's got a great finish too.
Lingering finish.
There's plenty of oak there. There's the sweetness is. I'm trying to come up with descriptors.
I'm waiting for you. Usually you're
It's. You know when you eat like a fruit pie, it's not syrup, but the fruit,
the filling,
the filling, yeah. But it's not overly sweet. It's just the perfect complement to the fruit and the dough. That's kind of what this is to me.
It's proofy enough, you know, you're drinking a cask strength. It's a nice proof to it.
It's a great proof, I think.
It really is. It just enough kind of that warming, especially now that we're in the winter months. Like when you want something to warm up, this will warm you up. The sweetness is there, especially on the front. A ton of sweetness, and there's a bunch of different. There's some fruit sweetness there. There's some sugar sweetness there.
There's brown sugar. There's fruit.
There's a lot of that wine character that's there. And then you're left on the finish with that kind of classic bourbon profile, that really nice oak. And
it's a really nice oak finish.
It really is. And which is not something typically on the Angels. I get more of a wine finish because it's finished in wine. This has a lot of really kind of classic bourbon. Really well done. Really well executed. MSRP on this bottle. I paid $229.99 at the distillery plus tax. So, is it worth it?
I think it's worth it.
You're damn skippy.
Because when you pay, and we talked about this in a previous episode, when it's a special release or it says reserve on it, or you're paying $200 or more for it, you expect it to be something that's different from what you
want to be
normally
rewarded,
drink.
right?
It needs to be unique. It's got to be, obviously it has to be good.
Yeah.
But you want something unique, out of the ordinary. That's this.
Yep. And I love these bottles. So I think I've got 22 open, which we'll get to that momentarily. 2019 and 2020, all open. Now there's not a ton of them left, but I love them because, you know, some of those bottles are 3 and 4 years old, and I still have them and still enjoy sipping on them.
You know what's interesting is I don't get the caramel and the chocolate that usually stands out in your quintessential bourbons. I don't really get those notes that kind of stand out on their own. Does that make sense? They're there, but I feel like they're like all blended together, one big ball of goodness.
It is a little overpowering, somewhat overpowering to the palate. Like there is a lot of flavor. This is a fun, you want to be rewarded, right? You want things that you can share with your friends and family. You want things that you can go to and be like, I'm going to have a little of that. And this is this is a bourbon you can play with. Little eyedropper, put a couple drops in it, maybe put a big ice cube in it, see how that opens it up, see what flavors you can kind of pick out of that.
Yeah.
It's a really good bottle.
And I'm a guy who, when I'm sitting at home, a lot of times I am drinking it over a block of ice, but man, I don't know if I'd want to pour that over a block of ice. I don't think I'd want to alter that at all.
It's something.
Good stuff. Now I'm getting a little bit more of the chocolate notes, the bittersweet chocolate on the finish.
You know what we should do?
Try last year's.
Just cut right to the point. Get last year's. So one thing you may have noticed is there has been a change in, obviously, the bottles. The 2023 release does not come with a box anymore. So if you're like, where's the box? Where's the lid? Where's the thing? Where's the little casket that it comes in? No casket. You get this beautifully engraved bottle.
This bottle is taller than this one.
Well, it's a different bottle.
It's a little.
It's got a little thicker base.
Skinnier,
A little skinnier.
They've
So
changed their bottle.
they did a great job on presentation on this. It's a beautiful bottle.
Show in the back. It's signed by.
Yeah, signed by Owen Martin. Thank you, Owen. If you're watching, he's not, but we can thank him anyways. It is a beautiful bottle, and these beautiful engraved. I don't know what you call that. Embossed. I don't know. It's pretty. It's pretty.
Charlie usually doesn't let me pour, but
There's a reason for that.
anxious to try this. I thought I'm gonna start pouring before. Tell me when. Is that good? Is
I don't
that too
know.
much?
It's fine. This 2022 release is 119.8 proof. Whatever that is.
119.8.
119.8. So a little proofier than last year's. Not
Very-
quite as dark, I feel like, as...
No, maybe not. Pretty. It's similar. It's. I don't know. Who cares?
Glenn's just excited to be here tonight. That was real good. Let's drink some more.
Yeah. Now see, you can really tell the difference. There's that pungent, musty grape note in this. At least that's what I get. I don't know what you get. but
You definitely smell that kind of dried wine.
yeah.
That port wine finish. Because port's strong. Like port's a strong wine. All right, let's see what this one tastes like. Angel's Envy.
A little more alcohol in this too.
Totally different animal.
Totally different.
It's unbelievable.
I think I prefer to 2023.
Man,
If we're being honest. And we are. I am. I don't know. Charlie.
they're just
he
so...
may be lying.
No, so, all right, let's put them up here. Let's give the people what they want.
Yeah.
They are so different. Like
So different.
This one, so let's talk about the 2022. To your point, there is a little more ethanol in the nose. It drinks a little hotter. I feel like it's more oaky. I get a lot more kind of that dry, tannic oak, which may come from the wine.
And I don't know if it's more oaky or if the oak just presents itself in a different way.
It's downright
Is that-
linear. Look at...
And I kind of feel like that's because there was a really nice oak note on the 2023, and there's definitely oak on this one. I feel like it presents itself a little better on the 2023. I get more of a drying effect on this one.
So, 2022, besides 2013, was my favorite release that they have done so far. And then they released 2023. I really don't... That bottle's insane. Like, the flavor and the sweetness and the complexity and the viscosity, like, that is a ridiculous bottle. I am 100% in agreement. I am not taking anything away from the previous release. This is a really good bottle, still worth the money. That's insane.
And the longer, now that I've taken a second sip of the 2022, it drinks.
Go back to your
me,
nose.
It drinks a
Go
lot
back to your
hotter.
nose on the 23.
And I just feel like 2023 is superior.
Nose your 23.
Oh my gosh. I get a whole different, I get a smoky, like a campfire, and now I'm getting the chocolates in the nose. A month from now, we should blind these.
We're totally going to. So I love doing episodes like this, and I love doing episodes where we're genuinely excited. I have been excited since we picked these bottles up at the distillery last Friday. I love being rewarded, right? And I know the price tag, for some people it's cost prohibitive, but I will tell you, this is a bottle you won't regret buying. It's going to last for a while unless you have a bunch of friends over, and then they're going to drink it really fast, because it is something. Yeah. It is a special bottle.
Be choosy on which friends you share it with.
That's right, only the best friends.
And speaking of being excited, I'm excited about our next episode that we're going to do, which is the Cask Strength Rye. So don't forget to watch that.
Angel's Envy put out 2 cask strengths this year?
Yes, they did. We're going to talk about that in the next episode. So just chill.
All right.
To the next episode.
I'm chill.
See what I did there? Charlie, tell them what to do.
You got to subscribe on the YouTube. because if not, you won't get more content like this.
Check us out on Instagram, Sowing a Bourbon, and TikTok, Whiskey Realtor. And until next time, keep your wallets loose.
And your bungholes tight. Good night, everybody.
Peace out.
2 drinks, and there we go.
Are you going bareback?
Probably.
There you do.
There you do. Stop looking at yourself.
You can't put something in front
I
of me
know.
where I can see myself and expect me not to look.
'Cause